Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We're finally done with Bo Burnham's Inside special. I appreciate all of you guys who stuck around and experienced it with me. You can click the little card in the corner there if you haven't seen it and you want to start there. I highly encourage you start there before you watch this series, which I put out a post a couple days ago, and by popular request, I think it was over 60% of you guys wanted me to do Make Happy next. So that's what this is. That's what we're going to do. Now, from my understanding, Make Happy is a little bit different. It's more of like a stand-up routine kind of thing. So different from Inside, to where it'll be spaced out a little bit differently. Bear with me when I figure out like kind of the best way to do it, and I might miss some like little tiny bits here and there, but I'm definitely going to cover all the major songs. And of course, we'll do it in order as well. So just real quick, I did make a Twitter and Instagram and a TikTok. If you guys want to follow me there, the links are in the descriptions of all the videos, just for like different updates and an easier way to communicate with you guys. So if you use any of those, feel free to follow. And of course, if you've enjoyed the content thus far, consider subscribing. It helps out a lot. But okay, let's do this. The very start of Make Happy. His underwear again, dude. He has the clown makeup on.
Hello audience. Thank you for coming. You are here because you want to laugh. And you want to forget about your problems. But I cannot allow it. You should not laugh. You should not forget about your problems. The world is not funny. We are all dying. The world is not funny. 12% of the world's population does not have access to clean drinking water. The world is not funny. Guy Fieri owns 2 functioning restaurants. The world is not funny.
So notice how he was stating some of the more serious things and people were still laughing, even when he was like trying to make it as apparent as possible that, you shouldn't laugh. Like, these are serious problems. But then he throws in the Guy Fieri thing, a little bit of comedic relief there. This is interesting, like interesting way to start it. He's on his way to like the set, I guess. But he woke up seemingly right before it started, right, with the clown makeup on. So he's not really, like, he doesn't take himself like that seriously, I guess. And he knows that it kind of goes back to comedy, right? Like, the only thing that he feels like he can contribute to the world is, making people laugh and making jokes and stuff, but he doesn't feel like that has like much of an impact. And then he opens up the window at the hotel and it's just completely like dreary outside. Like, didn't really look that happy or exciting, just dead trees and everything. And then he's walking. Another thing I thought was interesting, he's walking to the set himself. He doesn't have, like a fancy car. He's not rolling up in an Escalade or a limo or anything like that. He doesn't have an entourage. It's just him by himself, like walking through the woods, right, going back through the back door to the stage to get to the show,
So then, not funny. Guy Fieri owns 2 functioning restaurants. The world is not funny. So then, now that we understand the context, now that we realize how terribly unfunny the world is, let's do this.
Entertainers are not here to help you. They are here to control you. Never listen to them. Never give them what they want. And most importantly, never make some fucking noise.
That's interesting, right? Because it's, the entertainers are not here to help you or make you laugh or whatever. Never listen to them or anything. But then he says, never make some noise, and then everybody makes noise. So he's trying to tell them, you know, like what not to do in a weird way, but then they still do it. So it kind of shows like the power entertainers or, you know, influential people like have over, you know, the audience, right? He's saying all these things like how messed up the world is and like, you know, don't do this, and then they're still doing it, right? So that's interesting. That's interesting. Also, who's the guy on the chair if he's right there? I just noticed that. Like, who is that guy?
Never make some fucking
Ladies, if you feel me, say hell yeah. Fellas, come on, fellas, if you feel me, say hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Virgins, if you haven't felt a person, say hell yeah. If you can divide by 0, let me hear you say hell yeah. No, you can't. Mathematically impossible. Listen, don't be Pavlovian. We're looking for actual answers here, trying to gather information. Let's go. If you like drink and booze, let me hear you say hell yeah. If you like smoking weed, let me hear you say hell yeah. Gotcha.
Oh my god.
Ruining America. Sight. If you don't give a fuck about the law, let me hear you say fuck the police. If that seems oversimplified to you, let me hear you say it's a really tough job and they're doing their best. If you know nothing about the conflict between Israel and Palestine and thus feel super uncomfortable weighing in on it if you've read about it, let me hear you say no comment. Good call. I have no idea what's going on over there.
Oh
What are
god.
they fighting about? They have similar hats. If you want to start the show, let me hear you say hell yeah, come on. If my name's Bo. Whoops. I think you're done with this call and response shit. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Do you want me to get introspective? Let's get introspective.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it right there really quick. Oh, that was funny, dude. Oh man. So another thing with like just like showing the power of the creator, the influencer, right? He's doing all the call and response things, you know, and he was saying things that, you know, they shouldn't have like agreed with or like said something about, but they did it anyway just because like he told them to, right? And then I mean that's kind of the premise of this song, I feel like, and like the beginning too. Like dividing by 0, so like no you can't, it's mathematically impossible. I'm not looking for like a Pavlovian thing here, and the Pavlovian thing is like I don't know exactly the principle, but it has something to do with like you know, like training over and over, like repetitive training to like get to, like I kind of do it with my dogs, right, where I say like when it's time to go to bed, you know, I just go like go to bed, and then immediately they start going to bed. It's like a Pavlovian thing there, like kind of train them using some sort of stimuli, right? And that's how people are these days, man. Like he said all these things that, like, you know, dividing by 0 and, you know, like the smoking pot and stuff, like I doubt, but yeah, you know, everybody in the audience smoked pot and they all said hell yeah anyway. the bit with the police thing, that was funny, dude. But yeah, I think it's just kind of showing like, you know, the influence people have over, you know, their audience just because they like them, you know. They'll really do anything like you tell them to, just because like they want like your approval or something like that. This is funny though. This is definitely going to be different from Inside for sure. So it's gonna be an interesting series here.
Think you're done with this call and response shit. That's what I thought.
Oh yeah, and then you had like the what is it, Palestinian, and I forget the other one. And he said no comment, and he's like, you know, good choice, because like a lot of these people probably aren't educated on that sort of thing, so it's best they stay out of it, right? Which a lot of people don't. They're not educated about certain subjects, but they try to talk about it anyway, and it just makes them look stupid because, I mean, they don't know what they're talking about. It's kind of how the world works.
Let's get introspective.
This is already tying in a lot with Inside.
Exactly why I'm here. I know you paid money. I should be funny. Other than that, don't know why I'm here. To make you laugh, right? That's only half right. Look at the world. I don't know why I'm here. All this laughter can't feed starving Africans. I just hope I don't get more from this.
It's so much like Inside.
I would love to tell you that everything is fine. You wanna be happy? Well, get in line. Yeah, this is almost musically incoherent at this point. Y'all ain't never seen a comedy show like this in your fucking life. And for good reason. It gets old after a few minutes. You'll see.
What's he doing?
Let's get this show going. Let's get this show started. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I was at the dentist the other day.
Okay. I think that's the end of this first like song section or whatever. We got introspective, you know. He had to break it down a little bit, like he always does. And it was still like this is like just like comedy, right? Like he's talking about how like there's all these problems in the world, and comedy and laughter and jokes, they're not gonna like really do anything like in the grand scheme of things to fix that, right? But that's all he knows that he can do, and like he doesn't really know his purpose yet because he feels like what he's doing, you know, isn't impactful. Which it is, you know. We've talked about this before. It is impactful, like just making people happy, you know. Although it may not change the world's biggest problems, that still, you know, that still has a big impact on the world. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like Bo should give himself a little more credit, but that was great so far. This is definitely going to be different from Inside. I know I already said it, but I don't think I laughed this much during Inside at all, and this was just like the first little thing. So I'm excited to get through the rest of this for sure. If you guys have any suggestions on how I should structure this, since you know the special better than I do, since this is just kind of my first watch, just let me know in the comments if you have anything else. Like I did look up a playlist of the songs on SoundCloud, because it's not on Spotify, I guess. That's what I did on Inside. I just looked at all the order of the songs on Spotify. So I'm hoping the one on SoundCloud is similar. And yeah, I'm just gonna have to try and guess a little bit, use my best judgment on like when one ends and when the next one starts, etc. But yeah, that was the start of Make Happy. Like I said, if you guys have any other way that you think I should structure this, let me know, since it is a little bit different from Inside. But other than that, I think this is going to be great. So as always, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.